Yesterday morning, I wrote down my goals. I found myself getting a bit unfocused with what I wanted to achieve. I found that some of my habits were getting out of whack. I felt myself slightly drifting in certain areas of my life. And whenever that happens, I make myself sit down, recalibrate, and I ask myself the question, what is it that I'm heading towards? What do I want in my next year? What do I want to happen in my next 5 years? What do I want to achieve in the next 10 years of my life? So I sat down for an hour and a half to 2 hours and I grabbed my old trusty journal and I wrote down my goals. And in this video, I want to talk to you about my own personal goals for 2020 and beyond, as well as an inside look at how it is I write down those goals in an attempt to help you write your own goals down and take the steps towards achieving them. So let's get right to it. I'm Brandon Eastman with BeBetterIndustries.com, and on this YouTube channel, we talk about peak performance, mindset, and achievement. Achievement towards your goals and achievement towards who you want to become. If you're new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button below. That way you're notified of all new videos that are released every single Monday. And hey, while you're here, be sure to hit the like button too, because it supports the channel and it can get this video in the hands of other people who need this information. Now, in the card above, I'm going to link you to my entire goal setting workshop where I lay out the exact guidelines for writing down your goals in the 4 key areas of life. I'm going to talk about some of that stuff today, but if you want an in-depth look at how to put your own goals on paper, I will literally guide you through the whole process. Just go to the card above and check it out. Today, I want to talk to you about my own personal goals and the process that I use to put them down on paper when I'm with myself doing so. The first step to writing down your goals is something that has to happen before you even grab your journal, and that is set up your environment for success. You don't want any distractions. You preferably don't want people running into the room like children or your spouse or friends or your roommates. You don't want people interrupting you because you're going to be in such a specific train of thought that you don't want to get brought out of that mindset per se. And what I personally recommend too, once you free yourself from distractions, play some relaxing music in the background. Nothing with lyrics and nothing with words, unless it truly does help you to relax and focus. But personally, I use a form of genre called lo-fi music. And there's relaxing lo-fi, there's studying lo-fi, there's like brainwave lo-fi. Whatever helps you to relax and get you in that state of curiosity, that state of brainstorming exactly who it is you want to be. Do that, because your environment is going to make a big difference in the goals that you actually put down on your paper. You could also use classical music as well. Whatever it is helps you to get in the zone. That's step 1. Step 2 is be sure that you've got an hour and a half to 2 hours of time set aside to do this, because it is a time-consuming project, but it is so fulfilling once you do it. In the previous video that I linked you to, my goal setting workshop, I talk about the science behind goal setting, and I talk about what actually happens in your brain when you write down your goals. I'm not going to talk about that here because I already did, but it's so important in understanding exactly what's going on up here once you write down what it is you want. So put aside an hour and a half of time at least and go and grab your journal or your notebook or some kind of object that's going to allow you to refer back to your goals after you write them down. I've got like 4 or 5 of this exact same journal because I just really like it. I got it at Barnes & Noble. It's got these gold pages here. I will put a link down in the description to this specific journal if you want to pick one up for yourself. So let's get into my own personal goals and how I write them down. Whenever I sit down with my journal, the very first thing that I do when I set my goals is I write at the very top my vision. And your vision is what all of your short-term and your long-term goals are leading you towards. This is what achieving those goals will bring you to. Your vision could also be known as your purpose. And if you go up here, if you're not quite sure of what your purpose is, this video up here is a video that I made on how to find your purpose, which might help you to uncover those pieces of information for you. To give you an idea, my vision is to help as many people as possible to positively transform their own lives by pursuing a meaningful goal or a set of goals and living more in a state of happiness and fulfillment. That's my vision. So anything that moves me in that specific direction is success to me. Anything that I do that can positively improve other people's lives is a positive action for me, and it's a great use of my own time. And that's what your vision is. Your vision is your long-term goal that you are constantly working towards. This should be your longest term goal. This is essentially your mission statement, if you want to think about it like that. But you want every decision to line up with your vision or your purpose. And that's the first thing that I personally write down with my goals. I personally write down goals in the 4 key areas of life: personal development, financial goals, toys, also known as cars, the house that you want, and the adventures that you want to take, like the trips and the vacations that you want to go on, and then contribution, how you want to give back to other people, your community, your family, or even the world, if you want to go that big, which we all have the ability to. In each of those 4 key areas, I write down both short-term and long-term goals, and I differentiate them. What I did in my journal here is I circled all the goals that are short-term. And you know if a goal is short-term because it's generally less than a year to accomplish, or it's a year to a year and a half, maybe at the most 2 years would be the longest term short-term goal that I would do. And I also write down longer-term goals. Long-term goals are goals that you want to achieve in the next 5 years to 10 years, and sometimes even 15 to 20 years. Whatever it is that helps to motivate you to accomplish them, write them down. Just put whatever you think is important for you down on paper, because you don't need to know exactly how you're going to accomplish these goals right now. How is only 10 to 20% of the equation, when what you want and why you want it is the other 80 to 90% of you accomplishing it. So simply right now, just focus on what it is you want and don't necessarily focus on how you're going to get there. Because there's a million, a billion, a trillion different ways that you could accomplish your goals that you've never even thought of. So why waste the time to try when that information will come to you once you set the goal? Let's start with personal development, and I'm going to start with my short-term goals for personal development. Personal development is how you want to improve yourself. It's the skills and abilities that you want to grow in. It's the kind of friends that you want to get around. It's the new things that you want to learn in life. And for me, some of my short-term goals, and I'll just read them out so you can hear them and hear how I write them as well. I will easily rise at 5 a.m. each day to begin my morning ritual, and I will complete my key tasks before my workday begins. Now, you're going to notice that doesn't have an end date on it, because some of these goals are passive goals. They are simply happening all the time. It's not that I necessarily achieve them, because they are things that you constantly have to keep doing. I have a combination of passive goals and short-term goals. I will easily improve in delivering a message verbally while being clear and concise. I will remove excessive so's from my vocabulary. I'm the kind of person, when I give a speech or when I'm talking to the camera even, I'll just keep saying so, and that's something that I want to remove from my vocabulary, because it'll make a better viewing experience for you, and it will also clean up my communication when I'm speaking to groups of people or even one-on-one. The next goal for me is I will easily improve in my motorcycle riding ability. I will practice often, and I will take a motorcycle riding course by the end of September 2020. I have recently been into motorcycling. For anyone who also rides motorcycles, rock on, you are awesome. I'm giving you a biker wave right here through the camera. It has been a big part of my life for the last 2 months or so. I just bought a new bike, and it's been a lot of fun, and I want to improve in my riding abilities because I just want to continue getting better at it. So 10, 20 years from now, I'm just like a master motorcycle rider. The next goal for me is I will easily read at least 2 books each month that aligns with my vision, which I've been pretty on point with. My reading has stayed pretty solid. I've actually been reading about almost 3 books a month, but I think 2 is a solid, realistic goal, so we're going to stick with that for right now. I will easily excel in my leadership roles professionally, as well as in the National Speakers Association and Toastmasters. I hold leadership roles with my full-time job as a market trainer, and I also am in a leadership role in the National Speakers Association and in my local Toastmasters club. And I want to show up for them, because if you're in a leadership role, you got to give it your all. How you do something is how you do everything. And if I'm giving my time to something, I want to do my best, and it's very important to me that I do so, because other people's progress is on the line. The next short-term goal is I will easily invest my time with friends that charge my battery. I will only spend my time around people consistently that make me feel better once I'm away from their presence. My goal is to make them feel better at the same time. However, I think you can go back to a time in your own life where you might have had a friend where you would leave your friend's presence and you just wouldn't feel great. You would feel like kind of weird, kind of off. You would feel like you rather would have taken that time and placed it elsewhere. And when you have that feeling, it just means that you need to get around new people. You need to get around people who challenge you, people who help you to grow. My next short-term goal for personal development is I will easily love and cherish my time spent with my beautiful wife, Bree. So Bree, if you're watching this, shout out to you. I love you. I will easily weigh 195 pounds by November 1st, 2020. Now, this is one of the reasons why I sat down to rewrite my goals in the first place. I gained about 10 pounds through this quarantine. So my goal is to get down to 195 pounds because right now I'm about 210. So I gained 10 pounds during the quarantine, but my goal is to get back down to 195 because that's the weight that I feel best at. I feel like I look best at that weight and I feel best at that weight. That's essentially my perfect weight. And last but not least, my final short-term goal is I will easily cherish and nourish my body with energy and fuel that makes me feel good, happy, and healthy. So this goes along with the weight, and what food I put into my body is going to play a big part in that. Those are my short-term goals for personal development. Some of my long-term goals for personal development are I will easily grow my YouTube channel to over 10,000 subscribers by May of 2021. By next year, halfway through the year, it would be amazing to have 10,000 people as part of this audience so that I can reach more people, because those 10,000 people hopefully will tell their friends, and their friends will watch, and their friends will be helped by these videos, and it will make them feel good, and they'll do the same thing with their friends. And my goal with YouTube is to reach as many people as possible so these videos can spread as much positivity to the world as I possibly can. This is a beautiful platform to really help people, and that's why I'm sitting here in front of a camera right now talking to you guys about my goals, because it helps me to improve in my communication and improve in my own focus. But if I can help you do the same thing at the same time, that's just a win-win situation. Those are my personal development goals. Let's just keep moving. Let's go right over to my financial goals. Some of my short-term goals for my financial life are I will easily earn $10,000 a month with my business, Be Better Industries, and become financially free by June 2021. By that time, being financially free will allow me to not be at my full-time job and will allow me to place all of my time and all of my focus on this content for you guys. It will allow me to write my next book. It will allow me to create a course. It will allow me to really spend all of my time doing what it is that I truly love. I will easily release a full, in-depth course or masterclass on goal setting and achievement by June of 2021. So hold me to it. You guys are my accountability partners now. I will easily earn $100,000 each year while I am currently working as a trainer at my full-time job, and I will add massive value while I am there. So even though I'm working on this YouTube channel and I'm working on my business, which the two of them go together, I am still 100% fully committed to what I do full time because I work for incredible people who supply my income, which allows me to do these things that I love to do. It allows me to buy the equipment, it allows me to pay for the editing, it allows me to get the transcripts, all those fun things. So I'm grateful to them, and because of that, I need to show up for them 100%. Some of my long-term goals when it comes to financial is I will easily have the resources required to retire and not have to work again by January 1st, 2030. I'll be 35 years old, and that will be the year that I never have to work again. At that point, I'll have enough passive income coming in where I no longer need to work a job. Now, will I still work? Obviously, it won't be a job, it'll be my own business, but I will have the option of not having to do that. Anything after that point is simply to serve. I will easily grow my business, Be Better Industries, to 5 employees by June of 2022. Hopefully, I'm looking to build a team in the next few years, which will be really exciting. And that wraps up my financial and economic goals. Let's go right to my experiences that I want to enjoy, as well as all the toys and the fun things that I want to have in life. These are my adventure, toys, and experience goals. Some of my short-term ones are I will easily visit California with my wife, Bree, by December of 2021. That is a little bit over a year away, but her and I have both wanted to go to California for a long time. We love palm trees. We love the ocean. We want to see what Los Angeles is all about. We'll probably go down to San Diego, probably make a week trip out of the whole ordeal. And I'm really excited for that. It's going to be a really good time. I will easily attend a second Richard Bandler seminar on neuro-linguistic programming by July of 2021. Neuro-linguistic programming is essentially the science of why it is we do what we do, which is really interesting to me. And I feel that the more I learn in that area, the more I'm able to help you in living a happier and more positive life. And this could be put under personal development because this is a seminar where I'll be learning things, but I put it here because to me it's more of like a vacation. Going to Florida, which is where these seminars are held, and sitting in a room just learning about the science of the brain and how to take action and how to be successful, that's vacation for me. So I put it right there, but it's also personal development. I will easily host my next public event by March 2021. I've hosted 2 Be Better boot camps so far. One was the Be Better boot camp, one was the Goal Creation Workshop, and I love hosting live events. They've been put on hold because of the whole quarantine thing, but once we're able to get back together and have a bunch of people in a room, I will be hosting my next public event. And those are my short-term goals for adventure and toys and experiences. Let's talk about the long-term stuff. I will easily take a 3-month trip across all the eastern continents with my wife Bree by January 2024. It's literally the vacation of a lifetime. Financial freedom will make it a lot easier for that to be a reality. I will easily host a live, life-changing event for more than 10,000 people by January of 2025. One of my ultimate goals is having thousands and thousands of people in a room at one time, all being there because they want to improve their lives. And they're coming there to hear myself, they're coming there to hear other guest speakers and guest presenters and guest trainers that we have. And most importantly, they're going there to learn from each other and connect and meet new people who are on the same path as them. And I realistically think that I can make that happen within the next 5 years. With the current trajectory, the next 5 years, I will be hosting an event with more than 10,000 people. You heard it here first. I will easily own a brand new Ducati X Diavel S motorcycle by May of 2022. So there's my motorcycle goal. Look up that X Diavel S Ducati if you want to check out what it looks like, what it sounds like. It is a beast of a motorcycle. But if you're not into motorcycles, you probably don't care too much, so let's keep moving. I will easily live in an oceanfront home with my wife Bree in a warm climate with palm trees by January of 2027. That's my ultimate home. I want to live by the ocean. I love palm trees. I love a warm climate. I live in upstate New York right now where literally 4 months out of the year is actually warm and the other however many months are freaking cold and there's snow and there's ice. And while there's fun things you can do in the snow and the ice, I'm gonna leave that for people who love to do those fun things during that time. I would much rather be by the ocean with palm trees. I can already visualize the home that we will be living in, and I want to accomplish that goal by 2027. I will easily own a Rolls-Royce Wraith in either black or white with red interior by January 2028. So after we get ourselves that ocean home, the next year I want to buy a white or a black Rolls-Royce Wraith. It is my dream vehicle. It is luxury, it is sporty. I just love the look of it. I love the stars on the ceiling of the car. It's my dream car. There's only a few things I really care about in life. My purpose and my mission, which is what we talked about earlier, the home I live in, the toys that I have. That is a fun, fulfilling life for me. And obviously, continuous progress along that journey is very important as well. So those are my short-term and my long-term goals for my experiences and the things that I want in life. And the fourth and final category we got here is contribution, how I want to give back. And most of these are short-term goals. I could definitely spend more time and put some long-term goals on this list, but I think some long-term goals will be available to me once I sit down and really figure out which charity that I'm passionate about and want to donate my time to. And speaking of that, one of my short-term goals is I will easily find a charity that I am passionate about and donate money and my time to it by December of 2020. So by the end of this year, I want to find a charity that I'm absolutely passionate about and donate my time to in order to help people in need. I will easily create weekly video content for YouTube that can help others to improve their lives. So that's a passive goal, and I'm doing that right now. So as you can see, that goal is being accomplished. I will easily adopt a family for Christmas with my wife Bree and give them the best holiday they could ever hope for in 2020. Every year, my wife and I, we like to adopt a family and get them the things that, they don't have that other families do have. And I'm very, very passionate about people enjoying the holidays, and I'm passionate about people not going without. I'm passionate about people having the things that they might have never had, but they see their friends having. And I just want to bring a sense of normalcy and a sense of gratitude and a sense of love to the families that might not have those luxuries. I will easily be kind and acknowledge other people that I share space with to help leave them happier than they were before. Whenever I go to a social gathering, or whenever I have a conversation with somebody, or even when I'm with somebody making small talk at a Dunkin' Donuts or at a Starbucks, my goal is always the same. I want that person to leave my presence feeling better about themselves than when they entered my presence. That's my goal. It's gotten me to where I am now, and I pledge to continue doing that. Those were my goals for personal development, my financial goals, my toys and my adventure goals, and my contribution goals. Now, if you're curious as to why I wrote my goals down the way that I did, as an example, I will easily, if you're wondering why I write easily, go up here and click the card. It's all about my video on SMART goals. All these goals that I wrote down are structured in a way that is called the acronym SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. Most of them had a deadline to them. The only ones that didn't have a deadline were my passive goals. But I talk all about that in my SMART goals video. With this video, my goal setting workshop, and the SMART goals video that I just linked you to up above, you have a really good set of tools to sit down and write down your own goals for yourself. But the most important thing is just do it now. Sit down, write down exactly what you want, put some time aside. If it's not exactly what you think you might want, it's okay if your goals change. My goals change all the time. The goals that stay the same are the goals that are most important to you. And it gives you an idea at what you value. It gives you an idea of what you truly want in life. Now, if you're interested in some strategies that can help you achieve those goals that you wrote down faster, go to the link below in the description. It's the first link. Click that link, enter your email, and I'll send you a free copy of my ebook called Be Extraordinary, Your Guide to Self-Mastery. It is full of strategies that I've used to make progress quicker in the 5 key areas of my own life. So click that link below, enter your email, and I'll send you a free copy of that ebook. Again, hit subscribe here and hit the bell. That way you see all future videos that we release every single Monday, and hit the like button here. That way this video can be shown to more people. And until next time, continue to be better.